Yo! Today we did a day trip from Milan to Lake Como, and our final destination was Bellagio. The trip started really early in the morning at around 7 a.m. and despite leaving super early to come to Bellagio, we barely made it because of the confusing trains at the Milano Centrale train station. It was difficult to find the ticket machines for the Tillo regional trains, the RE80, and so we barely made the train, and then so we got into the line for the ferry to Bellagio, the very first ferry for Bellagio, which was very full on August 14th. So this is kind of a peak time for people to visit Lake Como, and it's a very beautiful sunny day today in Bellagio. So we're really glad that we were able to come here and make it all the way to Bellagio. Right now we are in Villa Melzi, and it's a very picturesque villa, large villa with a large garden in Bellagio. And on the way to get to Bellagio, it was really a great sightseeing journey on the ferry. We took the basically 3-hour ferry trip to Bellagio, and it was very enjoyable. It felt a little bit long after a while, but I think it's probably preferable to the rapid ferry, which only takes about 30 minutes to get to Bellagio. So we would highly recommend taking the slower ferry because you can really soak in all the sights and the scenery as you are traveling slowly up the lake. And the slow ferry during the morning is very crowded, and so you really want to get there early in the morning to get in line for the first ferry. And everybody else who was trying to get on the ferry at the stops other than Como were pretty much denied because our ferry was fully packed. We really wanted to keep our expectations low for Lake Como in general, but all of our expectations were wildly exceeded. Lake Como and Bellagio are pretty much one of the best places we've ever visited in terms of the overall feel, the weather in August, and the beauty, the architecture, the art here. It really feels like a big art installation, to be honest with you. Everything here just looks so amazing. It's a little bit hazy, but otherwise it's very good weather in August. In Bellagio, we ate at Trattoria San Giacomo. It's a nice restaurant on top of the Bellagio hill, and we had some beef carpaccio and some salad dishes with some dried fish, along with their special ragu lamb pasta for the day. Overall, the food there was fantastic. It was a lot better than what we were expecting for such a touristy place, but overall we would highly recommend checking out Trattoria San Giacomo when you are in Bellagio. Right now we are going to be walking around Bellagio for another 30 minutes or so, and then we will have to catch our ferry back to Como at around 4:45. We expect the ferry line to be super long, so we're going to be going there a little bit early to get in line. This is actually the day after our Lake Como day trip, and we had to do this video the day after because we were so tired yesterday trying to figure out how to get back to Milan. And so the ferry is very crowded in Bellagio when you're trying to leave at around 5 p.m., which is the last fast ferry from Bellagio back to Como. So you can see basically there was no organization in the ferry. Basically everybody was crowding around the entrance to the pier, and it became kind of chaotic because nobody really wanted to miss the last ferry, and so everybody was trying to crowd in and get on the last ferry. But the last ferry happened to be a very large ferry that pretty much fit everybody on the boat, and so eventually nobody got left behind. And so just FYI, if you are planning to do a day trip to Bellagio from Milan. It's a very strenuous kind of thing, especially if you're doing it for the first time and you're not really sure which trains or ferries to take. It can be kind of confusing, but it was a very good trip and we enjoyed it. We don't really regret doing it because it was a very nice sunny day, but if it rains in Bellagio, it can rain really hard in that area. So if it rains, then you'll probably have a really bad time there. Overall, Bellagio was very beautiful. It was kind of missing a little bit of a spark because of all the haze in the area, but it's a very nice place to visit for a short time.